Then over here we have our dining room table. We have a fireplace with a cake that I almost died trying to get.
Flashback.
Hello everyone and welcome to Crafted SMP. A brand new vanilla style Minecraft server where me and 6 other players have set a goal to bring back the cozy nostalgic experience to Minecraft. I am so excited to have been invited onto this SMP with so many amazing content creators, and I can't wait to create lasting memories here. So what are we waiting for? Let's begin our journey here on Crafted SMP.
This is a survival multiplayer of all 7 of us, and really no rules, just have fun, collab with people, enjoy Minecraft for what it is, and we're gonna have so much fun together.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh
no!
Oh no!
Off to an already chaotic start, we made some wooden tools before we all got distracted by a nearby cherry grove.
Wait, the one you hold the pink petals, look how cute it is.
It's a basket!
Oh my way. Of course we all had to take a group selfie with our baskets before I made Nem and Aiba shields so we could dive down into the caves for the first time. We managed to find a fair share of ores, including some diamonds, which we passed around to flex on the others. And finally, we peeked into this mineshaft where I actually got a name tag before we decided to get out of the caves and explore on land. However, after a while of having fun, I decided to log off for the day, and when I logged back on, I realised everyone had already built some tents. Well, that was fast. We all agreed to build little starter tents near spawn before we venture off to find a place to settle, and of course, I too want to build myself a little tent. And I can share it with my little cat here, who amongst the chaos yesterday, I ended up taming. His name is Garfield, and totally off topic, he loves lasagna. But let's go over there and actually have a look at these tents. Also, look at me skip! This animations mod is so cute. Alright, this is Joce's tent. It is pink and I love it so much. She has 2 little dogs right here and like loads of overgrown stuff, and it's just so cute. Then over here is Aiba's like fox kind of tent. She actually has a fox over here called Tails, who is adorable. And this one is so detailed and cool. Oh my gosh, she has an armor stand. That's so cool. And an anvil. She is rich. And this purple one right here is Nem's tent, which is so cute. Oh yeah, this is Daisy's one. I love this one. But as you can see, obviously everyone has their own colour tent, and I've chosen light blue. So we've got to get some light blue flowers. But now we've just got to hop around these plains and find some cornflowers. Oh no! It's going to drown. I'll save you, wait. Oh my god, he's dumb. Come on, get up. But my idea is to first build this tent, and then afterwards I can go explore this world a bit more and actually find a place to settle down, but have this lovely little tent to come back to. But anyways, I think we have all of the materials to build the tent. Well, the exterior anyways, we can build the interior afterwards. So cue the time lapse. And just like that, I have built our tent. But this is the interior. We have 2 shelves, we have a little smoker, and then all of our storage is in the floor. We also have a sign to show that this is our tent, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty small. But let's see if Garfield likes it. Oh, He loves it. He's already going in. You know what? We even have a name tag already. And I'm going to use Aiba's anvil, but I'm going to leave a little deposit of 4 iron. And we're going to name him Garfield, of course. Here you go. Oh, it's so cute. Okie dokie, but we've built our tent now, and I think it is time to explore this world a little bit more and see if there's a place where I want to live. Alright, coming in Garfield, let's go. You know what? I love this area. You see, I don't really live in birch forests often because they don't really appeal to me as much as other biomes, but I don't know, this birch forest is so pretty. And I think my base theme goes so well with this biome. And you won't be surprised with what I've chosen. I've chosen to do a bee theme. Yeah, that's really not surprising, but I just love them. What do you think, Garfield? Do you like it here? I'll take that as a yes. Alright, so our base area is picked. Now I think the next step to do is to probably gather up some more materials so it can be cozy for when we want to actually build our house. So let's head back to the tents and figure out what to do there. Oh wait, I think this place has got an upgrade. Oh yeah, Phosie was online earlier and she built a pond and this really lovely custom tree, which is beautiful. So on an adventure nearer to the start, I actually found a room portal which had a silk touch golden axe. And of course I took it because I want to use this to get some bee nests. Now, as you already know, bees are going to play a major part into my base. That was my cat, into my base area. So we need to get some bee nests pretty soon so we can start getting some honeycomb. So to get bees, we're going to need to make some campfires first. And the great thing is that I can just silk touch the campfire again so we won't have to waste any. So we have this silk touch and the campfires. Lastly, we're going to grab some wildflowers to kind of breed the bees. And honestly, let's go find them right now. But before we go, I can't get over how when you hold the petals, it turns into a basket in your hand. I love it. So now that we have our bee nest all set up, I can harvest the honeycomb and I'm actually going to be using this for our roof on our house. Also, I can't get over how adorable these little bees are. I'm so excited to flood our base with them. But like I was saying, for our roof, I want to do a kind of yellow ombre effect, and one of the blocks that I'm going to be using is honeycomb. We're also going to be using some like red sandstone, some yellow wool, stuff like that, and it will kind of have a lovely ombre effect and it'll look really cool. But of course, this requires quite a few blocks to do so we have a lot to do. I think I might lay out some chests so that we can have a little organized system and I can actually see all the blocks I need to get. So for the shape of our house, I'm going to go for a kind of medieval kind of shape. We're going to be using lots of spruce and lots of pillars and honestly some like kind of light toned walls. I think that will go really well. And then as I said earlier, we'll have an ombre roof to kind of bring some colour to our area and to match our bee theme. Alright, but here we have all of our chests lined up and you can kind of see the ombre. We have red terracotta, orange terracotta, red sandstone, honeycomb, yellow wool, then yellow concrete powder. And then in these 3 chests, we have the smooth sandstone, the spruce and the oak, and then we have random stuff and tough. But let's take a quick snooze. And let's choose which block we want to get first. I've already put some honeycomb blocks in this chest and I think I want to choose an easier one to get first and then work my way up to the harder blocks. So maybe let's start with the yellow wool since we already have so much wool back at spawn. In this barrel right here, there is just tons of wool, so I'm going to grab 2 stacks and in return you can have some lily of the valleys. And obviously I'll need to dye this white wool yellow, but we have loads of wildflowers back at the birch forest, and that means lots of yellow dye. And yes, the journey is like 1,000 blocks to go back and forth. It's not fun.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's collect some of these wildflowers now. And just like that, we have collected one of the blocks we need. Alright, next I want to collect the woods I will need, including spruce and oak. And luckily I know where an old growth spruce biome is, so let's just head over there. Wait, before we go, let's harvest some more honeycomb. We've got to stay on top of this, alright? We've got to make sure we get enough for the roof. Now let's go to the spruce forest. I just spotted this little guy and I decided to tame him, and if you have any name suggestions for him, be sure to leave them because I can't think of anything. But as you can see, we have mined up all the spruce and all the oak that I need. So that is 2 of them ticked off now. Which one should I choose next? I'm going to go for the 2 different types of terracotta next so that we can go to a lush cave and get all the clay there. I am running back and forth. This world is so big, but actually there is a way to get to the lush cave using the nether. But to get to the nether, I need to run back all the way to spawn.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I've made it to the nether, and there is actually a little bridge already to a lush cave and a mesa, which is amazing because then we can get some red sandstone as well. Although the con is that I have to travel through the scary nether, and I'm not wearing any gold, so let's hope I don't die. Ooh, fortress, that's cool. I'm so scared this enderman. Wait, I see it. Get me out of here. Okay, we're in the mesa. Let's start collecting some of this red sand. Wait, I just realized there's red terracotta right here. I don't need to go into the lush cave. Well, that was a bit silly, but we can just collect it. And orange. Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
A few moments later.
Alright, we can put our orange concrete and red concrete in the chest. And if you're wondering why we only have 32 redstone, it's because I grossly miscalculated how much sand turns into sandstone. So yeah, we'll sort that later. So the next thing we're going to get is some sand, obviously for the smooth sandstone, but sand is also an ingredient for the yellow concrete powder, so we've got to go grab some. And when I say some, I mean 14 stacks. So let's go desecrate a beach. Well, we ended up mining 18 stacks of sand instead of 14. 16 of the stacks will be donated to the smooth sandstone. We have 1 stack turned into yellow concrete powder and 1 for the windows. So let's craft these into sandstone and start loading them into the furnaces. And while that's smelting, the last thing we need to grab is some tuff from the mines. Surely this cave has got to have tuff. Ooh, mine shaft. Oh wait, this is so cool. I want to actually explore this right now. Let's just have a quick peek to see if there are any minecarts with chests. Oh, minecart chest. Oh, another name tag, great. And glowberries, oh, and beetroot seeds. Let's see if we can find any more. Oh! Oh, Oh, that's diamond, but it's in the stone form. I'm actually not going to break that. I'm going to silk touch it later on because this is really rare. Oh, look. He has a crown. Stay away from me. Oh, wait. There's another chest. Oh, another name tag. We're getting so many. Oh. Oh. That's a skeleton spawner. Oh, my goodness. This is so close to my base as well. We can make a skeleton XP farm. Oh my god. And 2 chests. Music discs. Amazing. And what does the other chest? Oh my god. A 4th name tag. Well, this is just great. We can grab that. Okay. We need to find Tough though. Tough. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's collect maybe 4 stacks of this. Right, so we've got our 4 stacks of Tough plus 5 diamonds and some discs plus some name tags. I think it is time to head back to the surface. And this is definitely not because I just saw a witch and I'm terrified. Yeah, definitely not. But on that note, let's go. So if we put our Tough in this chest, we officially have all of the materials we need. Of course, we haven't gotten enough honeycomb blocks just yet though, so we do need to keep harvesting this. However, before we start building, I'm going to run back to the tents and grab all of our storage and just put it in some chests over here. Just so that it's a bit easier for me when I'm actually building the house. So hold on 1 second.
Much later.
Right, I have brought back all of our stuff. We could actually partially thank Joce and Daisy because they helped me by making this portal that goes to the nether roof. So that just meant that my journey to spawn was a lot quicker. So this is my portal and that is the spawn portal. I'm actually really close. But yep, it just means that I didn't have to do a 1000 block journey every single time I wanted to go home. However, we have all of the materials we need. We have all of our storage over here. I think it is finally time to build our house. I've decided to build my house pretty much here. So we have the mountain to our right when we face this way and we have the lake all the way over there. This feels like a huge milestone for episode 1, so without further ado, enjoy the time lapse. And here we have it. I finally built the exterior of our house. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Honestly, I really like that. But this was my first time ever doing a gradient-like roof. So let me know if you have any suggestions on anything that I should change. I feel like I haven't done enough of the kind of lightest color. I feel like it's too much of the dark. I don't know. Let me know. I don't usually go for big houses, so this was a lovely change. But like I said, only the exterior is done. The inside is very empty. However, empty or not, I will give you a little tour. This is how big the downstairs is. And then if we go upstairs, this is what the upstairs looks like. We have this little section here with our stairs to go to the 3rd floor and a room underneath, and then over here we have a balcony. And I really like standing on the balcony and doing this because I feel like I look like rich. But lastly, we have the 3rd floor, which looks like this. I don't really know what to do with the windows being so high up, but I'm thinking I could do a wall here and then make this like kind of my bedroom area, but I'm not too sure yet. However, since this is such a big space, I'm a bit overwhelmed, so I think the best approach is to probably put up some signs and label kind of all the different rooms. Alright, so since this is the first area that you walk into, I'm going to make it the living room. I think that'll give it a lovely homey feel if we had like a big carpet and kind of bookshelves and stuff. And then over here we can have the kitchen. Oh, maybe we can have like a little dining room table. That would be so cute. Alright, so I think I'm going to focus the entirety of floor 2 to be a storage room. Of course there will be lots of chests for me to keep all of my stuff organized, but maybe we could also make this a kind of workshop area. This could be where I keep my grindstone, my stone cutter, my smithing table, all that nice stuff. Alright, so the last floor, let's name this bit over here my bedroom. Oh, what if I had a big chandelier in the middle? I'm getting ideas. Okay, but this is going to be my bedroom area, and then maybe here, this could be my pet room. Alright, we have run out of space. I have given every room a purpose. You know what? I'm going to decorate it right now. I'm in the mood now. We've talked about it a lot, and I think it is finally time to get this place furnished.
One eternity later.
And after quite some time, I can announce our house fully furnished. Woohoo! So let me give you a grand tour. Here is our path leading up to our house. It does kind of just end, but we'll extend it when we do more builds. I've left a barrel here with some stuff to make the path, and it kind of just blends in, so it's very handy. But let's head into the house. So here is our downstairs. I think this is probably the coziest downstairs I've ever made. So over here we have our kitchen. I've used some beehives as some counters. We have some smokers and this little island. We also have a very fancy sink with a tablecloth, so that's fun. Then over here we have our dining room table. We have a fireplace with a cake that I almost died trying to get.
Flashback. End of flashback.
And then here we have a living room. We have some furnaces for actual use, and here are some books. And then of course we have just lots of clutter, lots of shelves, plants, everything. I love this room. I even added this little beam here. It is kind of in the way, yes, but it does break up the rooms quite a bit, so I like it. But let's head on to floor 2. This is our storage room, and I would describe this room as messy organized. I have labeled every single chest for its corresponding items. We have some worker benches with some items. We have plants, we have an armor stand, and we have this little section. This room is very full, but every single thing has a use, which I think is amazing. And if you're wondering what's under here, we just have some more barrels in case I have some overflow. You may have also noticed this beautiful painting. This is a masterpiece. It's so disturbing and so beautiful that I just needed it. But let's go to the 3rd floor. We have this little like wither painting, and the reason I have it here and the reason that it kind of sticks out is because I wanted it to be like in a kind of woodland mansion when they have those like really scary wall thing of the faces in the stairs. Yeah, it just kind of reminded me of that. You know how it's just so eye-capturing on the stairs. Anyways, let's go upstairs. Over here we have our pet room with our dog. We have some more dog beds, and we also have a cat tree. A beautiful throne for Garfield. I also sectioned off my bedroom with a little archway, and here is the bedroom with the most beautiful thing in this house. Yes, I have a glowberry chandelier, and yes, it is beautiful. I actually had to travel so far to get the acacia wood, but it was worth it. But over here we have a desk with a lectern and a book, which is fun. We also have a painting on top of it, and over here is my little music station. I used one of my precious diamonds to make a jukebox, and we also have a CD right next to it. So let's turn this up and listen to this masterpiece. Ah, nostalgia. However, that is all the time we have left for today. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and also a special thanks to Joce for inviting me to this SMP. I am so grateful. I've already made so many new friends and had so much fun, and I just can't believe I'm here. Also, a quick thanks to Banana Servers for sponsoring this SMP. If you would like to get your own server, the link is down below. You can use code LilCafe for 15% off your first 3 months. And while you're down there, be sure to like, subscribe and comment all of those animal name suggestions we collected today. Now that that's all said, I will see you all for episode 2. Bye!